guys? Welcome back. It's BC. Today we are going to talk about HTV versus sublimation. Which one should you go into? Well, I'm going to tell you, you should go into both. The t-shirt game is kind of a wide business, guys, and you got to just kind of figure out what's going to work for your designs and your brand. What are you trying to make? What are you trying to do? I say HTV is actually a better way to start in general. If you're brand new to t-shirts, brand new to heat pressing, brand new to this whole thing, I definitely would say go with HTV first. The reason is just, one, it's easier. You're going to be able to get some good results really quickly with almost any kind of heat press. And you're not going to have to worry about a bunch of other complicated things like color correction, file setup. It's pretty much just send a basic shape design to a vinyl cutter. It's just going to cut it out, and you're just going to weed that off and then pop that onto a shirt. And it's not a complicated process. Whereas sublimation, which is amazing because you can do full color images, vibrant colors, it's far more complex. You're dealing with only polyester, so you're not going to be able to use cotton shirts at all. You're not going to be able to print on dark shirts like a black. It won't work. You won't be able to do that unless you're using a hack, which I don't recommend at all, especially if you're selling them. I wouldn't do it. The only thing I would do is easy subli or glitter HTV. And you can do it on some of the glow in the darks as well, which is basically you're going to sublimate onto HTV and then just make an HTV shirt. You know, it's not true sublimation. You're just basically sublimating some HTV. Some vinyl. That's it. The shirt itself won't be sublimated. So true sublimation is just for white or light colored polyester shirts or high polyester blend shirts. So because of that, you're not going to probably be able to do a lot of the things that you're thinking you can do if you're brand new to this. You're probably thinking like, oh yeah, I'm going to make this shirt with my sub printer. You can't do that. You know, you're going to have to buy some white easy subli vinyl, which is a whole nother cost, guys. So now your t-shirt cost just went out the window. You won't be able to make much profit on that. Two, it's more work. You've added now multiple steps to your process that still might give you results you might not like. You know, the glitter HTV is awesome, but it's glitter. It's very Vegas. It's thick. You know, you feel it on the shirt. It's not overly nice feeling. So that's why I don't recommend, if you're getting into sublimation, I'm like, use sublimation for the way it was intended, which is to bind to polyester fibers and become that. So like if I sublimate a white polyester shirt, one, it's going to be super soft. You're not even going to feel the pigment because the pigment becomes the shirt. And that's kind of hard to explain sometimes to people, that it's not like a normal ink transfer or HTV or even silkscreen, because that's pigment going on top of shirts. This is actually binding to the shirt. So when you touch it and feel it, it's going to feel so much different than anything else you've made. And that's why you usually like it. You want, oh man, I wish I could make everything with this. But like, again, you're stuck with light colored shirts. Now, could you make a black shirt or an all over print shirt? Yes, that's actually how they make all over print shirts. But you need a huge press to really make that work. It's very hard to do all over print shirts on small presses, and most of you guys are probably using either a 15 by 15, maybe even smaller. Some of you might have a 16 by 20. If you do, and I have one of those, it's still not big enough to do an all over shirt. You know, you still would need to do multiple presses, which makes for possible mistakes. And so unless you have a big, huge press, you can't really do that. But if you do have a huge, big press, and you have a big enough sublimation printer, you can do the all over print. You can make whatever color shirt you want at that point. You know, you can make it whatever you want. So that's where sublimation is good. Sublimation is great for, personally, mugs, smaller items, socks, underwear, beanies, that kind of stuff. You're going to do great with sublimation because most of that stuff is white and you can print all over it, meaning you can change the color to whatever you want. Okay, so that's where I would recommend sublimation more for someone that has a small Epson setup at their house or a small heat press. Focus more on products that you can really nail 100%, which would be, you know, the white t-shirts, light color t-shirts, or all over prints on socks, underwear, beanies, start doing mugs, tumblers, that's where sublimation really comes in amazingly. And if you have both, you got everything you kind of need to kind of spread out your brand to do multicolor stuff on multiple products, as well as having the ability to do vinyl. So you can also not only do heat transfer vinyl, but actually regular vinyl where you can cut things out, put those in cups, mugs. There's a zillion things you can do with a Cricut and a Cameo. There's tons of videos that you can watch that show you how to do a ton of things with a ton of different materials. So that's what I would tell you is you need both, guys. I don't think either one's better than the other. I think they're both needed. I think if you have the ability to set up your studio to have both, you're putting yourself in the best position. I just recommend if you've never done anything in graphics or never have done anything with t-shirts or anything like that, start off with HTV, see if you even like this, because sublimation is going to drive you nuts, especially if you don't have experience or know how to use Photoshop or any of those other programs or understand the concept of like CMYK, RGB color spaces, that kind of stuff. That all comes into play with sublimation. So it's a bigger learning curve over here, guys. Great results, but bigger learning curve. Start off with HTV, add them both at some point. That would just be my advice to you guys. So anyway, that's it for this video. Please hit the like and subscribe, guys. We have a Facebook group called Heat Press Creators. It's free to join up. Hope to see you over there. I'll be posting more videos over there. And I'll see you in the next video.